Don't worry about it, dude. We're live like now. So,
All right.
what is up, everybody? Here we are. It's another week. It's another fucking dumpster fire. Everybody is back here, and Tree apparently decided to go to the Pittsburgh Pirates game at the last second, and he is not here. And actually, because we're on Skype, he can't call in.
Oh, that kind of sucks.
So he was supposed to jump in. I'll figure something out if he texts me, but he's probably having fun drinking beer. So, by the way, everybody, we have a special, and I mean really special guest
Oh, come on.
with us. Uh, CSAINT is here, and he's large, and he's in charge, and he's our special guest for the show. What's up, man?
Nothing much. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of lost track of time. I was playing video games, and when I looked at the clock, I was like as soon as I looked at the clock, I got your text message. I was like, okay, I need to hurry up and get in Discord, and then you already know how that went.
Yeah, that's why I usually say show up about 10 minutes early so we can test that shit, but it always ends up, right at
That's my fault.
time.
I was actually thinking about joining in like 30 minutes before the show, but
Uh-huh. And
I
then
can, yeah, I
but
lost track of time real
but I got
fast.
high. That's what happened.
I
so
lost track of time so bad.
so here's the thing, right? So I've been accused probably mm, I've probably gotten this comment like 6 or 7 times that I sound like you. Like people are
Oh,
like,
really?
"Are you C Saint?" And then the other day when I talked to you on the phone, I was like, "I actually do. I think I sound like this dude." And
Okay,
then
so now that you mention it, I can kind of hear it a little bit. I don't think it's identical, but I can tell like if we made two videos where it was like no face cam or anything, I could see it.
yeah, I could see it. So people have commented, they're like, "Dude, you sound like C Saint." And I'm like, "All right, well, I'm gonna do a show with this dude, and then if I start sounding like you by the end, like it's not your fault, man. You know, like how sometimes you might hang around someone of a different ethnicity and you
Hmm.
start talking. You're not trying to do it on purpose, but then
Right.
you might say things with a little bit more accentuation, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I don't talk like that.
So I wait, I don't know like when did you find my channel? I don't know when you found my channel exactly, but for the people that were following my channel back in like 2015, 2016, I think I finally did a face reveal in 2016 after doing like a year of faceless
Uh
videos.
huh.
And I didn't get it. I was completely confused. I had no idea they thought this, but my first face reveal video, it was just at least 100 comments saying I thought you were black.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't know. And then what's weird is that as I kept doing face videos, they were like, dude, stop talking like that. And I'm like, what?
What? That's
I
how
can't,
it's.
like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I mean, I grew up in the South, like Southern Louisiana. I don't know. It
I,
was weird to me. I had no idea.
Honestly, I thought you were from California, dude. Like,
Really?
I would have never thought that you're from the South. I'm from Alabama, so I don't talk
Yeah.
like I'm from Alabama. When I finally did my face reveal, people thought I was like 20 and had like a full head of hair and was white. So I feel you on that.
I
So
was,
let
it caught me off guard. I was like, what?
what what? No, the first video of yours I saw was Bengal actually said something like he tweeted out a link to your channel, and I was like, all right, this dude is funny because you do a lot of baseball, or I mean you pretty much just cover like baseball culture. But the one
Hmm.
thing that your audience might not know is like you have a sport that you really like, right?
Yeah, basketball.
So that's the thing, that's what I don't get, like
I'm a huge Houston Rockets fan.
oh, so y'all got, yeah. Mm-hmm. That
Yeah, we got
was
eliminated. I mean, it's kind of rough with the Warriors, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where like in my heart, I know that the Rockets are the second best team in the West and it's not even close because anybody else that the Warriors match up with, it's like clean sweep, right?
mm-hmm.
And even when the Warriors were completely healthy and had Durant, we were putting up a fight. It was not a clean sweep. So it's just one of those things where it's kind of rough because like the Rockets, this could have been their years, and you don't know how much time's left, like at their peak. Because I consider this a peak. You can't really get on Golden State's level. That's kind of
Yeah.
impossible,
It's
right?
I gotta stop you for 1 second because this doesn't happen all the time, but apparently it's been happening lately because so we get what I call Snapchats, but they're not Snapchats, they're super chats,
Okay.
and where people donate to the channel. And there's been a big dick measuring contest lately where people see who could donate the most to Tree and I's dumbasses. But Jake Bazell just dropped another hundo on us,
Damn.
and he says, "This will probably be my last big donation for a while now. In the meantime, here's hoping that the Warriors get swept, or better yet, reverse swept. Here's also hoping that Boston loses the Stanley Cup." I'm with you on that. That city cannot have another world champion. Please, sports gods. I absolutely agree with that. The Warriors are like, so I'm a Knicks fan, which is
Uh-huh.
weird because my dad is from Northern Jersey, and he taught me about the Brooklyn Dodgers, and then he taught me about the Mets, and that's the only team from up there that he even likes. But I was like, oh, well, if there's the Mets, then there's got to be other teams in New York because I like all sports. And then for some reason, I became a Knicks fan, and it's like getting punched in the dick pretty much repeatedly. That's the best way I can describe being a Knicks fan. And when they played the Bulls were like the Warriors. Like they just were infallible. Like
Mm-hmm.
they can't be beat. And I could see being a Rockets fan, like you're until something happens, like until Steph Curry takes 2 years off for some unknown reason, you're not gonna get past them. Like they're
Right.
just so good. They're fucking
That's
good.
what's frustrating. That's what's frustrating because, like, in my mind, I know this is the best the Rockets are going to get, right? Unless some weird thing happens where they get another superstar, which is likely not to happen.
Mm.
And knowing that the Warriors are where they are and that's like the pinnacle of what we have to defeat to get to the finals, it's like, how much longer is this Warriors thing going to happen to where I can have my Rockets, at their peak and win a championship? Because I don't know how much longer this peak's gonna last. They might implode the team or something, and
It's
then okay, back to square one.
It's close to happening. By the way, Jake, thank you so much to contributing to the channel. I'm sorry Tree's not here to read that, but he's at the Pirates game, living it up and doing his shit there. I might text him and say, hey, well, you hold on, let me text Tree. Hold on. But yeah, you won't be able to join the Discord. Well, actually, text me when you want to jump in. Sorry. I'm like, I'm trying to do shit, but I'm like also on a show. Text me. So then now we have this thing called dead air.
Yeah, that's what's happening right now.
Yeah, that's the star of the show right there. So what happens is basically we usually open the show for like 10 minutes just talking like we've done now, and then we go through all the Snapchat. So you can't see them, so I'll read them all, and then
Well, I could
basically,
pull up the stream. Yeah,
oh, you could do that too. I mean, you
yeah.
could be smarter than me, but um, anyways, and then we'll just talk in between and all this shit, and it'll be fun, man. This now CSAINT is the co-host of the show.
Yeah,
See,
which is funny is like this is I guess my the first time on like I guess a high profile podcast and I'm already co-hosting. That's pretty dope.
yeah, you just went straight to the front of the line, man.
Right.
Like you just drop right in. Nah, man, we put like so little prep into the show. You'd be amazed. Like I used to do like an outline and have topics and shit, and then
Hmm.
after a while it just got way funner to read all the Snapchats. So that's what we do now, and
I'm
it's
gonna be
fun.
honest with you. I feel like that could possibly be better because you can kind of just go with the flow of things. And if you're more structured and you can't really talk about that one topic that much, you might, run out of stuff to say.
Yeah, the audience they know what to do. They keep it going. They talk major shit, and I love it. I see the thing is like my channel's all about giving people the business, and then but I like it when people come back at me because then I'm like, especially if it's clever. If it's stupid, I don't have patience for that. But if you're
Yeah.
clever in how you come back at me, then I think it's hilarious.
That's
I
one thing that I got. That's one thing that happened to me over the time, like being on YouTube. I noticed that at the beginning, I would find myself replying to a lot of comments, and now if somebody says something dumb, I just completely ignore it, and it just goes straight over my head. I do not care. I don't give a damn. Like,
I got somebody pretty bad the other day. They said like, "Hey, you sound like a sorority girl or something," and I was like, "Oh, that's funny. No one's ever told me that. Nobody's ever told me that before." And I was just waiting, and he chirped back. He was like, "Well, I guess I'm a trendsetter." I said, "No, it's because you're a nobody." And then
yeah, it's just comments like that, dude. They serve no purpose. I'm like, okay, like I read it and forget about it immediately. It used to get to me, not even close
it
anymore. It's
when you
funny.
know when you only have 20,000 or even 2,000 subs, some a comment can hurt. You know, it
Yeah.
can. Like you think about it all day and be like, man, that guy fucking told me I sucked. You know, now it's like,
Yeah,
it's just
now I
noise.
learned to focus more on the positive and like even like I don't negate like every negative comment. Like if it's actual constructive like criticism that will help any video I make,
Right.
I listen to it and I take that information, but some
Especially
people are just stupid. Like they just say stuff that literally means nothing.
right. Like you
Like,
talk
oh,
too
dude,
much.
you're fat. Like, okay.
Right.
Thanks for
Right. I
helping
hate
out
your
the future
voice.
videos, I guess.
Right.
Like,
So I used to get real conscious about they'd be like, your voice sucks. And then and then Tree told me so Tree sounds like a radio DJ. And Tree told me that people told him that his video sucks. And that's why I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, everybody gets that shit.
dude, everybody has a hater. Everyone.
Everybody
You can be the
does.
smallest YouTuber ever, and hate will find its way to you.
It will. All right, I gotta start reading these Snapchats, and we'll get to them. Sorry, guys, you've been waiting to hear us read your donation. So L Chris for $1, he just gave us $1. Thank you. That'll end up in a stripper's G string. L Chris for $5. No 200 super chat boy. Sorry, you get 1 and 5. Tree, I am waiting for season 2019 of Days of Our Steelers as Yinzer salt is perfect seasoning. So Tree isn't here. He's at the damn um he's at the damn Pirates game. Where is Dodger of Zion? Hold on. I got to make Dodge a mod real quick. That's right. I forgot to do that. And where's Llama Lord? Where is he? I got to find him. So, so I don't know if you've watched Urinating Tree, the normal co-host here that you've already fired and replaced.
I should
Um,
have, but
he does this series called Days of Our Steelers, and it's fucking hilarious. It's become like a cult classic.
so he's like a Pittsburgh guy.
Yeah, yeah, he's
Okay.
from Pittsburgh. Let's see if I can do this. All right, add moderator. There you go. Dodger of Zion is now a moderator. So she's a big fan of the show. Like we actually have a female listener. So, which I'm surprised by that we even have one. But yes, we've actually even had female guests on the show one time.
Hey, dude, there's a lot of women out there that love sports, so
Yeah, yeah. It's fun. It's funny because a lot of them try to play. And look, I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, but they're like, hey, a lot of them try to be like, yeah, well, like me because I'm a sports reporter, which is I don't think gender matters, right? But why do they
right.
have to have the picture of them looking at their absolute sexiest on their Twitter as their default? Like, if it's really about you know not being sexy, wear a burlap sack and I'll listen to your hot takes. But
Oh my god.
uh huh.
There's like a lot of women out there that cover sports that I actually really like. Except for like, okay, there's this, the whole Zion situation about how people are mad that, the Pelicans are probably gonna get him now.
Yeah.
Rachel Nichols I guess it was like all of ESPN, just such, oh my god, like trying to force it. Like, will he go back to Duke? It's like, no, he's not about to go back to Duke. He's about to get millions of dollars. What are you
Right.
talking about?
Right. So what? He had a bad pick in the draft. He's still gonna cash that shit in. Fuck yeah, man.
Oh
He's
no, I'm gonna go back to Duke. Pass up on millions. I might get hurt, but it's all good.
right,
Like,
right.
no, that's not gonna happen.
Your body only has a certain amount of dunks in it, and he's already used up how many with Duke? Like, he's not
Right.
going back there. And yeah, I think that everyone in the top three are in a really good position. All right, I like this next one from Jared Froman. Current top three AL Rookie of the Year candidates. That's an interesting. So let's look at who do you.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to pull something up on that.
Yeah, this is
AL,
where.
like I know a lot of the NLs, but
So Tree, uh, AL. Let's look up. So this is where usually I rely on Tree because he's like a sports nut and he always
okay.
knows who the best candidates are AL rookies. 2019. I'm gonna look this up, see who we like. Um,
All right. Okay. So here we go. Obviously, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Right?
yeah, that's a good one.
I
Yeah,
don't even know why that went over my head.
it's not that I don't know them. It's just like I can't think of them like right off my fucking, like Tree does. Look, you
Yeah.
got Brandon Lowe for the Devil Rays.
Uh
He's
huh.
he's doing all right. It looks like he's batting about 285. There's like no one that's really just sticking out. Michael Chavis,
I
you
feel like
know,
we gotta give Vladimir Guerrero Jr. a little bit, like a little while longer. But I mean, the dude, what? How many games has he played so far?
he got called up. Yeah,
19.
he got called
So
up in May,
yeah,
early
he's got
May.
20 less games than Lowe. So I feel like if you give him enough time, it'll like adjust itself, and he'll. I mean, I don't see how he doesn't win the Rookie of the Year
Have
for
you
the
seen
AL.
his side by side swing with Vlad's? Like they
It's pretty
look,
identical, right? It's
yeah, through the
crazy.
zone, everything from the only thing that's different, he doesn't have the high hands like
Hmm.
Vlad had, but everything else through the zone, it looks identical. I want to see Vlad Guerrero Jr. hit balls that bounce out of the park because that's
I
what his
think
dad used to do.
I think this might be one of those things where like this will be the best father son duo. Like I know people say the Griffeys, but like Vladimir Guerrero Sr. was like
He was a
a
beast,
exactly better than Ken Griffey's dad, right? Like let's be
right?
real.
Well, yeah,
And if Vladimir Guerrero pans out, I mean, come on.
Well, yeah,
That's the best father son duo
Ken
right there.
Griffey Sr. was not a Hall of Famer. Like if Vlad Jr. is also a you never had father son Hall of
Right.
Famers. That's never
Right. It would be
happened.
crazy.
It would be. All right, Beast of Metal, 1989, huge supporter of the show, also a mod, by the way. Haha. Let me minimize this real quick. Hold on. He says, Googly eyes, Gase, and total team control equal butt fumble in the making. He's referring to the Jets here. Tangential
Okay.
note, no wonder he always wore baseball hats over his face in Miami. What's funny about Adam Gase is I had no idea he had googly eyes because he always wore his hat over his face when he was in Miami. And no one knew that he was such a creep. Well, at least he
Those
looked
pictures that went viral of him are so
with
so
his
funny.
eyes when he's looking
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
taco. I was like,
yeah.
what? How much amphetamines is he on before he even got hired? Like he was just, I don't know. Some people have like an unusual stare. Like my cousin when he eats, like his eyelid does like some weird thing, and it's not like he's trying to do it, but like
Uh-huh.
maybe that's what Adam Gase has. He just
Wait, you said
looks.
when he eats, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I have people that I know people that do that too. Like when they eat, their eye just goes lazy, and it's like, oh my god, what are you doing?
Right, right. And you're just like, okay, I guess I don't think you want to do that on purpose,
Yeah,
but
like their left eye starts twitching when they take a bite out of their hamburger or
yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's how my cousin is. Yeah. I guess, some people have maybe it's something genetic. I don't know. But Adam Gase is definitely a walking meme right there. James Amadei for $5. This week in baseball, predictable addition. The Yankees passed the Rays in the AL East lead. Tune in next week for the Red Sox making a run at Tampa. How bad? Let me look at MLB standings right now because I don't check the standings like every day because I just know how bad the Mets are doing, you know, and they're the only team that I really pay attention. So the Yankees are in first by a full
Yep.
game, and they were down. They were not even close like 2 weeks ago. The Rays had a pretty solid lead, and then the Red Sox were like dead last, weren't they?
They made a huge comeback. It was the way the season started off was so weird in baseball.
Well, it's such a long fucking season, man. Like
Yeah.
162 games. Like, I mean, remember last year the Dodgers were 10 games under 500, like deep into the season. And the Mets started 11-1 and they finished with their stadium on fire. That's what happened. And yeah, now the Mets are sucking too. The thing is the Mets are only 4 games under 500, man. Like they could if they would get their shit together. They're not the Marlins.
Right.
Fuck.
Well, nobody's the Marlins, to be fair.
The Orioles. The Orioles are the
uh,
Marlins, and the Royals are shit too. The Royals are fucking tanking like a motherfucker. But that's the thing about baseball. There's no benefit to tanking, at all. Because you could have the number one overall pick and still fuck it up somehow. You
True.
know, or you draft him and then he leaves for the Phillies for a huge contract. Was Mike Trout number one overall when he?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Like, who missed on him? Hold on, I gotta find this out before I read the next
I don't.
Snapchat.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say definitively, but I don't think he was a super low pick. I'm pretty sure he was still the first round.
Let's see here. I'm pulling up his Wikipedia draft. Oh, so he was drafted. I think he was drafted out of high school. Um, he was a comp pick from the New York Yankees for signing Mark Teixeira, 25th overall. 24 players went before Mike
Okay.
Trout. Holy shit! Hold on. Now I'm on a
Are
tangent.
any of the players like that went before him? Is there anyone that stands out?
Okay, so Steven Strasburg was the number one overall that
Yeah.
went. That's
Yeah.
easy. That was easy. But then he destroyed his ulnar collateral. Zach Wheeler's in there. Look, I mean, Aaron Crow, AJ Pollock,
Okay, AJ
Shelby
Pollock's
Miller.
in.
But none of these
Shelby
guys are.
Miller's you
They're,
know what I mean? He's a starter.
yeah, but you got Dustin Ackley. Like, he had a cup of coffee with the Yankees. Donovan Tate, Tony Sanchez. Like, Zach Wheeler was a Met. I think, yeah, he was there for a while. But these guys, man, none of them panned out. Like Drew Storen. Oh God, he got drafted to blow huge games. But all these guys went before Mike Trout. Holy shit. Randall Grichuk was the guy before him, but he was also taken by the Angels. Huh.
Okay.
That's crazy though. 25 people went before him. All right, I like this next one. Salvatore for 299. New England Revolution legacy of failure. So the New England Revolution, they're the soccer team for the MLS,
Okay.
and they are the worst team possible. Like they are worse than, and they're owned by Robert Kraft. So, like, it's not always the owner that equates to winning. I guess like they are like the worst team in all of the MLS, and it's when they ask Kraft for decisions, he's getting a hand job from in a
True.
in a massage parlor. He's just like, ah.
Is the MLS worth it? Like I remember I went to a couple Houston Dynamo games, but that was like back in the very early days of the MLS, or maybe not super early days, but before it gained any type of notoriety. Is it like growing at a very fast pace right now or something?
It is. In fact, there's 25 teams, 20 over 20 teams, and I think 19 of them have soccer specific stadiums, like all
Okay.
just built for soccer. And the quality of the game, like I've been to some MLS games, like back in the 2000s, like the games weren't all that good, but it's getting better, and they're developing and making it better. So I mean, yeah, it's a good time. If you want to go drink beer and look at honeys, like go to an MLS game.
I don't know if I read this wrong, but the new stadium that they just built in Atlanta, I'm guessing the Falcons are sharing it with that Atlanta's MLS team. Is that
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay, I think I heard or I read something, and I glanced over it, and it was like they sold more tickets than the football team, and it was like it was built for the football team, but they said that a big portion of it was for the soccer team.
I
So
don't
that
think.
made me think.
Yeah, I don't think they outdraw the Falcons, but they might have sold some other, some other package. I don't think they outdraw. Nobody outdraws fucking. Um, what? The Pirates game is over. Hold on. Let me see if I can add this fucker in here. Hold on. Discord. But he's got to go home and all that shit. He'll text me. Let's see if we can get him in. I didn't know the Pirates game was over. But we are gonna do. Oh, I forgot to say we're gonna do a stream on Thursday. By the way, another one. Not that you're fired, Caleb. It's just that we. Oh, here he's texting me now. How's the stream going? Good. If you want to jump in.
All right, so I don't know if it was on. I don't know if this was the reason why, but I'm looking at Discord right now, and I think maybe the reason why it wasn't letting me talk was because I wasn't in your Discord server and I was clicked on somebody else's.
No, it says you're still in mine.
Okay.
So maybe
Well, I'm
what you.
clicked on it right now, but I think like okay, so if I'm in another person's Discord server and you add me into like the room,
Uh huh.
but if I'm not in yours, will it still let me talk? Is that like
If
that's what
as
I'm
long as you
asking?
have permission, but yeah, I just moved you out and then I moved you back in, and I don't know. I don't know why you're not able to talk in this one. If maybe you should.
You want me to try to talk right now because I have a headset plugged into my computer?
Yeah, try it. I mean, but I don't know if
Hello.
Tree's even gonna show up.
No, my voice isn't coming through. I have no idea
Yeah, I don't
why.
see. Yeah, we're still on the
Says
Skype.
I'm not
I
muted.
mean, I don't need that dude Tree. It's just he only is the
Yeah,
other
but he's
half of the
like,
show. Fuck him.
he's your co-host. I think it'd be
Right.
cool.
Fuck him. Whatever. I'm just playing with you guys. All right. Tucker White 94, big fan of the show. Always reliable to come in and donate to us for $6.66. The mark of the beast. Too bad Portland won it all in 1977 because 3 straight blown double-digit leads would have cemented a legacy of failure. I watched like every one of those games. Did you watch Portland versus Golden State?
Okay, I'm gonna let you know. I was really salty after the Rockets lost. I've not been watching any playoff games since.
Mm, mm.
Nope.
So I like. Here's the thing, like for you as a Rockets fan, I know it hurts, but I kind of like watching the Warriors, right? Like I think that they play a very entertaining level of basketball. I know it must suck to be on the receiving end of all those poundings, but like for someone that has no dog in the fight, like they just make everything, right? Like
And
they
then
make
even when you do have your dog in the fight, you don't even have to worry about him to get to the to
right,
the
right.
finals. You know what I mean? It kind of sucks.
Like if somehow I grew up in San Jose or Oakland or whatever and I was an actual Warriors fan, I would just love them so much because they make everything. They come up with the clutch steal at every time. They get every fucking break that you could possibly imagine. And then when it's time to hit a huge shot, they always hit it. Like they
Mhm.
always fucking hit it. Other than that one bullshit year where they should have beaten Cleveland when they were up 3-1, but I think game 5 was rigged. They should have 5 straight championships, you know. They should be one of the most dominant teams ever. But so the thing is like Portland was kicking their ass all throughout for 47 minutes, and then right at the last minute the Warriors like, "Nah, fuck you."
Yeah, I did see that. They had like what a 17-point lead at one point.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
third quarter and part of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So, all right, Tie Fighter 94. Did you guys mention you're going to Canada? If so, when and where exactly? So, Dodger of Zion, who has the next Snapchat, she has gracefully worked us into Con Bravo in Toronto this summer. So I believe we'll be out there from July 25th to July 28th. And you can come by. in Hamilton, Canada, and meet us if you happen to be there. So, and we're gonna do a live one of these from the show. It's gonna be awesome. It's it's pretty weird. Have you been flown out to anything yet, or done
I've
any?
not. No, I
Okay.
wish, dude. I want to go to Colorado. I want to plan. I want to go snowboarding.
For you want to get some influencer, some brand to pay for you to go snowboarding, like.
I mean, that would be cool. That would never happen, but I would love for that to happen. You know, like if anybody wants to pay for me to go snowboarding in Colorado, I'd be down. If not,
Like,
I'll just do it myself. Like
yeah.
I'm really interested in trying to snowboard. I feel like it would be easier than skateboarding or surfing, and it would be, like hurt less.
um I fucked my knee up pretty bad skiing. It wasn't snowboarding, but like I tore my ACL skiing. But I think snowboarding, if you just learn how to fall, if you're like athletic and you are willing to practice, like
Hmm.
you should be good. But I had a buddy that was a snowboard instructor, and he didn't know how to snowboard. He just, it's all about time, you know. And then he went out there not knowing how to snowboard, and then taught people for 6 years. So I don't think it's difficult. It's just if you have enough time to practice, you should be all
Yeah.
right. Just
I'd be down. I'm
this,
not into the whole like I don't like skating, so I don't think I'd like skiing because if it splits my like feet apart, I'm scared. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel
the
like something bad will happen.
the one thing that you have to understand is like the edges of whatever you're on, whether it's the snowboard or the skis. Like once you understand how the edges work, like you're good. The one thing that fucked me up, why I fucking hurt myself, was I was going too fast and I tried to cut the mountain like too, and then I like fell, and then my leg got twisted as I fell, and I
Oh,
knew
okay.
something was fucked up as soon as I got up. I was like, something's not right. And then, but it doesn't hurt. Like when you tear your ACL, there's no nerves in there. So I walked around, and like I thought it went away. And then one day I tried to do a turnaround jump shot, and I tried to plant, and my knee buckled, and that was like
Ooh.
the most excruciating pain I've ever felt in my life. I was like, oh my god, like it feels like death. It feels like death when you do that, when you twist, when your knee buckles. It
Yeah, I
really
bet.
is terrible.
I
All
bet it
right.
doesn't look good either.
Tree said he wants to jump in, so if he comes in on the Discord server, then only me and him can talk. But
Hmm.
then whatever, I don't know. We'll figure something out. Let me ask him. Do you have Skype? Do you have Skype? We'll try to figure this out. Whatever. We'll get him in. All right, Dodger of Zion, who I talked to earlier. You are a gentleman and a scholar, and I salute you. She must be talking about you, CSAINT. I don't know who that is. Also, enjoy some of my spoils from the IRS. I got a surprise check this week. Oh, so she got a return. Now that I'm a full-time YouTuber, tax returns are not a thing. It just doesn't exist anymore. Um, yeah.
That is true. I've never been able to experience a tax return.
Oh, really?
Ever.
Like in your life? Like
Ever.
one year I had a really good year. I used to be in healthcare, and I got like 12 grand back or some shit. I was like,
Oh,
what
okay.
the fuck? And then you think about, I put 12 grand in a non-interest bearing savings account. Was basically what I did.
I'm like, because I've never had, I guess, like
A
a
real job.
normal job, you know what
Right.
I mean? I
Hmm.
think like I'm super financial illiterate when it comes to
How
like tax
tax?
returns and stuff like that because I've never had to do it.
Do you hire someone? Like,
Oh, no, no, no. I do that myself, but like as far as like I feel like I'm just paying and getting nothing back. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely. Yeah, right. Hey, yeah. Well, I have two kids. I have a 16-year-old, and he's working at Chicken-fil-A now. And
Okay.
he did all the math. He's like making 9 hours, and he's worked some shifts, and he's like, in the last 3 days, I made $120. I was like, yeah, that's before tax. I was like, wait till the government takes her bite,
Yeah,
and you
Uncle
end up.
Sam's gonna want a piece of that cake.
Yeah, yeah. He's gonna take a big piece. I was like, you might clear 80, and he looked so depressed. He was like, oh man. I was like, yeah, that's why. Anyways,
Whenever you find out about taxes, your life gets a little bit more depressing.
it is very depressing to find out about taxes, and that's why they teach you at age 16 when your first job at Chick-fil-A is to learn about how fucked you get by the government. James Amadei, Tree, send me some Atlas pizza to South Bend. You're in Indiana, James Amadei. Um, yeah, how do you get that pizza down there in South Bend? You got to mail it to him. All right, this last one, Jake Bazell, still up there for $100. It's still going strong. That $100 super chat right there from Bizzle. And then Dodger of Zion gave another $5. I actually spent my last 2 years of college writing about West Virginia and Marshall football for my university's newspaper. I loved writing about football. Oh, so that's Western PA right there. Um, yeah, have you ever been to Pittsburgh?
No. The only states I've been to: Louisiana, Arizona, Texas, and North Carolina.
That's it?
Yep.
Have you ever been out of the country?
Oh no. I did get my passport and I was about to go to China, but that didn't happen.
You were gonna go to China for what?
Yeah. Just to, go look around, I guess.
I could see you just being like, "This is the Great Wall." All
Now
right.
that would have been pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie, going to
I
see the Great Wall of China.
I actually want to go, but I hear the air quality is like
You
pretty.
might have to wear like a doctor's mask or something.
Yeah, and somebody that used to go all the time, he said only drink Coke out of the can, like don't drink the water from the tap. Like make
Because
sure
it'll
it's
be like polluted.
yeah, he says the only thing that's like pasteurized and processed is Coke in the can. Like so if you don't drink soda, you will when you're there. I fucking tell you that. But I don't know if
Um,
it's gotten better or not, but you
that
know.
kind of sucks because like I mean, I pretty much only drink water.
Yeah, I don't like soda, dude. I've sworn off of soda. I drink very limited coffee and yeah. All right, Josh Bush. Pen swept for $20, by the way. That's second. You're not $100 big dick big, but $20 is pretty big right there. Pen swept by the Islanders. Islanders swept by the Hurricanes. Hurricanes swept by the Bruins. Does that mean Bruins will get swept? That I guess maybe. That would be the greatest coincidence ever if that happens. If the Bruins get swept because I am rooting against the Bruins. I don't know. Caleb, how much hockey do you watch?
I used to be big into watching the Dallas Stars when I was in Texas, but I'll tell you this, watching hockey is extremely fun. I know all the rules pretty much, but I've never gotten into it to where I was like heavy rooting for a team or like paying attention to like who won the I'm already blanking on what the championship's called. What is it
The
called? The
Stanley Cup.
cup, Stanley
All
Cup.
right.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
you know what though? I like doing this. Name one hockey player.
Okay, Tyler Sagan.
Oh, okay, okay. Name one hockey player that is not a Dallas Star.
Okay, Alex Ovechkin. I
Damn
bet
it!
you
All
knew
right,
that was
you
coming.
you're better than most people. My wife said Ovechek, and I was like close enough.
Okay.
And then I think
No.
I think my son said Cindy Crosby. So
Okay, yeah, I could have said Sidney Crosby for
yeah,
sure. But
it's
Alex
Cindy.
Ovechkin's like the first one that popped up outside of the Dallas Stars.
You ask someone off the street though, they can't fucking name. Like I can't tell you a single MLS player besides like Wayne Rooney or like some old fucker. I can be like, oh, Kaká, something, but I can't tell you like a homegrown MLS player. Like
Oh, I used to be able to do that. Like I knew some guys on the Houston Dynamo. They're probably not on the team anymore, but
I tell you, when I worked, so I was a bouncer, and the minor league hockey team would come into the bar, and those dudes were fucking insane. They would drink probably, they would order 50 beers in a night between just two of the dudes, and they would just get uncontrollably drunk. And like I've done judo, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, and like that somebody's tough, and you don't. It's not that you can't fuck them up. It's like that someone's gonna give you a very hard time, so we kind of just let them do whatever, because we were like, it's gonna take like 8 of us to get this fucker out of here,
yeah.
and how about we do it like with diplomacy? Oh, I don't know. Oh, let me see. we can get Tree in here. Is there a
Okay.
way to
Oh, so
add?
you got Skype? I was about to say,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I fixed my Discord. Like, I plugged in my mic that I used to make with my gaming videos, and it was like giving me feedback.
Okay, let's see. Are you talking now?
Oh
Or
no, I think you like muted me on the Discord, so I guess just so my voice wouldn't randomly come through or
no,
something.
no, you're good. I have not muted you. Try it
Damn.
again.
So,
Hold on.
like, you know how you can go into the settings, voice and video, and like check?
Uh-huh.
It's giving me feedback now. It wasn't before.
All right, well, I've got you like full permissions on everything. Okay, now it has you muted for some reason.
I think it's because I'm in
Cuz
my settings.
if you can figure this out, then Tree can jump in and we can all three talk. Now, all right, now say something.
Hello. Oh,
No,
you can't hear.
it's still
No.
not picking up your mic.
I
Your
feel like it's
mic.
because it's push to talk and I don't know the button, or like maybe I messed up a setting to where I
Wait a
made it
second.
push to talk. I have no
Hold on.
idea.
How do you push to talk in Discord? Yep, guys. Thank you everyone for watching me Google shit. All right. Tap on the settings icon next to it. Oh, hold on. What does the chat say? Huh? Who knows how to do push to talk? Click the tick box next to push to talk to enable.
Oh, there I go. Hey, you
Wait.
heard me? That was me. I tapped
All
on my
right.
mic.
All
I
right.
fixed it.
Let me. Now you're good. Let me cancel. Let me hang up the this call and it should work. Hold on. All right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, is my like volume good? Do I need to turn it down?
No, you're good. No, I can hear
Okay.
you. The crowd can hear you too.
Hey, we
So,
fixed it like midway through. It's all good.
all right. I need to turn you up though. Hold on. Jump in. I gotta tell Tree. Jump in the Discord. All right. Say something again.
Mic check 1 2.
Yeah.
Good.
So you sound pretty. It's actually lower. Is there a way to turn up your mic at
What
all?
about now?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay.
Yeah, you sound a
Yeah,
little different, but
it's the mic settings.
okay. Turn it back
Let me
just
know
a
if it's like too loud or too low, and I
yeah.
can.
Take it back just a little bit, like maybe one click down.
All right, what about now?
That's good. What does the chat say? Y'all feeling it? Much better. Yes.
So,
Thank you, Alejandro. All right.
okay.
This next one's for you, actually. The Skeptical Taco. That's a great name, by the way, because tacos are always skeptical. They're just because they're skeptical about what they're gonna do to your asshole later. That's what a skeptical taco. $5. I think he's new. I don't know if I've seen this. CSAINT versus Domingo Ayala versus Kent Murphy in a home run derby. Who wins?
Okay, so first of all, I would win, obviously. And I think mainly because I am like 100% sure that I'm bigger than both of those dudes and I can outpower them. I don't know him personally, but that's just my take.
That's your take. Are they
Yeah.
are they professional baseball players?
No.
Oh, you
So
know
Kent
these.
Murphy, like if you had to make a comparison, Kent Murphy would be more like me than Domingo Ayala.
I've seen Domingo Ayala actually.
Did you
I
know
know.
he's actually white?
Really? He just plays up
Yeah,
the
it shocks you too. It shocked you too, huh?
what? No.
So
He's
this Instagram influencer hit me up a couple days ago. He goes by the name of, oh damn, what's his Instagram name? I feel he's a really cool dude, but he knows Domingo Ayala like very good. And yeah, he's white. Domingo Ayala's white.
that's funny. Yep. Uh yeah, I'm actually Asian. You wouldn't have known that, but
I wouldn't have.
no. That's why but so I'm going to do the top 5 Asian NBA basketball players and I'm going to tell like every Asian stereotypical joke, but I mean, I got to be like, "Hey, I can tell these jokes, fuckers. Don't fucking judge me. I can be as semi-racist as I want cuz I'm
I'm not
Asian."
gonna lie. Jeremy Lin was my favorite basketball player at one point.
Yeah, until he tried to dribble up the court and he got it stolen from him. That was
Nah,
bad.
dude, I liked him on the Rockets. I really did.
Yeah, the thing is with the Asian basketball players, I got Yao Ming, I got Jeremy Lin, I got that Wang Zhizhi guy, right? And that's it, I
Mm.
think. Who else? Like, I think honestly,
Nah, oh, he used to play for the Wizards. Oh, damn. Yi. Okay, I'm gonna butcher this name so bad, but it's Y-I and then it's Ziang. It's like Yi
yeah,
Jiang,
Yi
something like that.
Zhanglan, Yi Zhanglang, Some
Yeah,
Ting
yeah. Okay,
Wong.
that guy in the chat got it right.
Yeah,
Tyler got it right. Yeah.
yeah, Some Ting Wong. Okay, yeah. How about We Too Low? Uh huh.
Nah, but that dude was actually really good on the Wizards.
What? We Too Low? Or
No, Yi Jian Lian or whatever, however you
yeah.
pronounce it.
All right, I think Tree's gonna show up at some point. He's being lazy as shit now. Go fucking went to the game. Doesn't even want to show up to his own show. Beast of Metal
What's up,
19.
boys?
Hey, there he is.
Hey, what's up, man?
All right. Fuck that hoe.
Yeah.
So Tree, how was the game? Who won?
Pirates lost, unsurprisingly, because they suck.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. We didn't even end up going to the game. We just went bar hopping.
So you didn't even go into the game. You just got fucking hammered. That's.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I'm not even hammered right now. I'm surprising.
Oh,
But-
then you're not doing it right. What the fuck?
I don't know, man. Am I really not doing it right? It's a Pirates game. No one gives a shit.
Yeah. All right. Well, Caleb, meet Tree.
Nice
Y'all-
to meet you, bro.
So, man,
So I was just
sorry
trying
to barge in on your little parade. It's just,
Nah, dude, you belong here.
Yeah, dude. Well, I was gonna fire you, Tree, and replace you with CSAINT, but he said that.
you should have fired me. Do it, man.
Yeah, but he said he wanted to work for nachos, and I didn't want to pay him in nachos. So
Pay him the nachos, man. You should have paid him the nacho supreme.
that's right. All right, I'm gonna read some Snapchats. They asked you earlier, like there was a question about who's the best AL Rookie of the Year, and we couldn't answer it because all we had was
What's up?
Vlad Guerrero Jr.
Vlad Guerrero Jr.
Yeah,
Man, he's a beast.
he is a beast. Mhm.
Like, I haven't seen much of him, but from what I've seen, he looks really good.
It sounds like you're in the bottom of a subway station, by the way.
Yeah, I'm in a subway right now.
Oh, okay. So we might lose you. Is that gonna happen?
Yeah, but I'll pop back on though. So
So none of the people around you know that they're in the presence of the urinating tree?
don't give a shit. No one gives a fuck about that.
All right, Caleb, have
Keep
you
that
ever
shit
been
secret. It's like Bruce Wayne and Batman. You don't tell that shit.
Caleb, have you ever been
Yeah, what's up?
recognized?
No.
Unfortunately,
no.
yes. I've been recognized twice.
Yeah, Tree's been recognized because he has a huge fucking channel, but I've never been recognized either. I'm surprised
I've
you
had
haven't.
it happen like randomly. Like I've had it happen once, like randomly at a bar in Pittsburgh in December. I had it happen after I did that like little tweet about the Pens and Islanders, everyone leaving. I've had that happen, so it's been twice.
Like I guess I had one awkward encounter. I don't consider it as me being noticed because it wasn't really a fan. It was I was in college. I was in a French class, and this dude we had like an assignment where we had to talk to each other in French, and we got to the point of like talking about what our jobs are, and I was like, oh, I make video games on like video game videos on YouTube, and the dude was like, I think my brother watches you. Yeah, he wanted me to get you to sign a video game case for me. I was like, okay.
Nice.
Nice.
I mean, like the situations I've been in haven't been awkward. It's been awkward once because of my cousin. That's what made it awkward. It wasn't the guy himself or me. It was the cousin that made it awkward. So that she ended up introducing everyone in the damn family. It's like, really?
That's right. And then your mom found out.
I feel
and
bad for that dude.
Then your mom found out and how much you like to say the word cunt, by the way.
Yeah, she hates that shit,
Uh-huh.
and it's annoying.
Yeah.
So she like gets very micromanagey about that, and I know she's probably hearing this right now. So, hi mom, how you did?
Your mom listens to our show? You didn't tell us that.
Yes, she bitches all the time about the dead air and like the bad like Yinzer internet.
Oh my
all the
God.
time.
Oh my
All the
God.
time.
My
Yes.
parents don't even know what I do. Like, if I tried to explain
I
it,
wish they didn't. But
Yeah.
she's probably listening right now and having a conniption, and she'll probably be bitching
Hi,
about
Mrs.
me on text in the next 5 minutes or so.
Hi, Mama Tree. How you doing? Thanks for giving us Tree and his smart ass mouth. All right, let me read these two Snapchats though. Beast of Metal 1989, second Gase tangent. Perna found a still of him for the thumbnail of his Jets vid that makes him look like a full nutcase mode Nick Cage understudy. I'm not surprised that Brandon found that, by the way.
That wouldn't surprise me any way whatsoever. It's the Jets. It happens.
Yeah, I was shocked that they just fired their GM like before the season even starts. Like, what the fuck? That's such a Jets thing.
Apparently she's listening. They do hear you.
Yep. All right, and these next two are from our buddy Jake Bazell, who dropped a hundo, by the way, earlier when you weren't here. I know, and now he's dropping more money. And Llama's not even here. I was gonna make Llama a mod.
She is here. She hears. She just texted me.
Oh.
She's like Big Brother. She hears everything.
Tree, are you talking shit about me again? Uh-huh.
Pretty much.
Don't disrespect your mother. That's right.
She'll slap me in public later. She'll be fine.
She should get in the chat, everyone. Like it should, and I hope her screen name is Tree's mom. And that would be hilarious.
She doesn't. She's not in the chat.
Oh, okay. That would be hilarious.
So
Right.
you just.
So Jake Bazell said you should try and get a hold of Tree now that the Pirates game is over. So
He just texted me, said, "Watch your mouth."
You watch your mouth, young man. All right, and then Jake Bazell. This one's for Tree if and when he arrives. Hey Tree, what are your hopes and expectations for season 2 of Days of Our Sealers? Are you even gonna make?
I hope it never happens because it would be a great thing if it never happens. If it happens, I will die.
So, without even doing that, right? Did you see what Ben Roethlisberger said to the media?
Yeah, he tried to do the right thing and said he fucked up, and then AB decided to be a petty little shit.
But he tried to apologize about AB, and he sounded
and he did the right thing. Like he was sincere about it. It's like, hey, I fucked up.
He sounded about as sincere as Ted Bundy, man. Like trying.
I mean, at least he's putting forth the effort. AB's just like two-faced and just like fuck it.
Well, that's true. AB would never admit that he was wrong about anything. He would just throw fucking furniture at you from a 10th-story window. That's what.
Wait,
pretty much.
Since I'm not familiar, what's your take on Le'Veon Bell? I think I got your take on AB. What's your take on Le'Veon Bell?
Is like, I felt like he made a really bad move. I felt like he should have just played the year, made the 14 mil, and he would have been okay. But like, I think he's in a worse situation now because I don't know if they even want him at that pay rate. They might.
They're probably shopping him already because Gase was like, dude, do not spend any money.
Gase did not like him at that term.
Yeah.
They did not like him at that pay rate.
Adam, are you a Jets or a Giants fan?
I'm a Giants fan. So at this point.
All right. I mean, the train's here right now. Like, is there one more I have to do, or is there just like, because I'll hop on later, but like.
Yeah. Hop on when you get back to Yinzer.
I'm going to lose contact.
All right, man. Enjoy your evening. Thanks for popping in.
All right, dude. I'll be back on in a few minutes.
All right.
Peace.
Later.
This is modern entertainment where people jump in.
This is hardcore entertainment. You know that.
Where people jump in at a subway station and then their mom texts them to not talk to watch their language. Never living that shit down.
I'll be back in a hot minute.
All right, man. And then Anime Holic tops for $2 Euro. Blues are 12 minutes away from the Stanley Cup Finals. Yeah, that looks like I think they just scored again. I think it's 4-1. So
that's where hockey's at right now. They're about to be in the finals.
Yeah, it's getting close. Okay. One team,
who are
Boston.
The top teams?
Yeah, Boston's already clinched, and then St. Louis. So St. Louis is like the Sacramento Kings of basketball or of hockey. Like they just never win. Like they just, it's never good for them, and they're going to their first finals since their first year.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're gonna play Boston, and they're the only team that really has a shot at beating Boston. Yeah, West Coast version of the Caps. Agreed. They've been to one finals and they got basically swept. And the most famous goal in NHL history was scored against them, and that was it. Yeah. It looks like
I
we
wish I
finally...
was more familiar with the hockey scene. Like I said, I really actually enjoy watching it. The first hockey game I ever watched on TV, they had a big fight, and I was like, okay, this is kick ass.
right. Oh shit, they're just punching each other. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Right. I think hockey, like, I don't know why I love it so much. I like the contact. I like the speed of the game. In person is the most amazing thing that you could imagine. A hockey game where they're just playing and the speed that they're going, and they hit each other with full force, and like I've never seen anything like it. So it is amazing.
At one point, I was like, I thought I was about to get really big into hockey, but it just fell off. It's like one of those TV shows that you watch, and then like midway through the season, you kind of stop feeling for it. That's kind of what happened to me in hockey.
That's how I am with The Walking Dead. Do you ever watch The Walking Dead?
Yeah, so I stopped watching The Walking Dead, I think on the 5th or 6th season.
Yeah, I stopped as soon as he cut Negan's throat. I was like, that's it for me. Like, all the shit that came after that, I didn't give a fuck about.
Yeah, that was the season I stopped watching whenever they introduced Negan. Like it was like, whenever the big old tiger came in with the dreadlocks. Okay, that's when I stopped watching. that exact episode.
Dude,
the first episode Tiger I stopped watching.
The first 3 seasons were amazing though. You have to admit, like it's that thought of like what happens when the world just goes to shit? Like who's gonna be able to survive? And that was cool as fuck. And then after a while, you're like, all right, this is kind of getting ridiculous. Like then you start figuring out, it's like, why do they need to eat so much? Like they don't like. And then you start thinking like only the teeth can make you sick. I don't get it.
It's like I got hit with a realization of what was happening. Like the tiger got shown on the screen, and then I went into a deep thought about the TV show. And I'm like, every season there's a new base, and it's like the beginning of the season is just them trying to find the new base. And when they find the new base, it's like, okay, let's make some crops so we can get some food.
Right.
And then somebody comes in and ambushes their whole camp that they got set up, and then it's back to square one.
Right.
And it's
and
like,
they used that.
They
used that twice. They were like, "Fuck it, let's just reuse the governor. Like, fuck it, we'll just have him reattack them, and we'll fucking that'll be season 3."
And it's like each season they got like a significantly better camp, right? In the first seasons it was like a camper with 7 people.
Right.
And then the second one they find this house with the old dude. And then the third one they get a whole goddamn prison. And it's like, god damn, the glow up, right?
Right. And then the fourth one they get a rail yard, but instead of a rail yard, it's a cannibal camp, Like they're just eating people and shit. And you're like, fuck. And then Negan comes in and he just smashes people's head with a fucking baseball bat, and you're just like, all right, we've gone ridiculous here. And where's the fucking army? Like, where's where's the government?
I had to stop watching that show. Like, I wish I could have finished it, but no.
Nah. All right, let me read these last couple of Snapchats, and I want to ask you a couple of questions about like baseball and shit. All right,
for sure.
Beast of Metal 1989. I remember when Yao Ming and some other basketball players showed up in an episode of Static Shock. That show really went sideways in its later years. Yeah, speaking of shows that went sideways, I think Breaking Bad is the perfect series. That and Band of Brothers, by the way. Like,
I've never watched that.
You never watched that? It's like Saving Private Ryan, but like 16 episodes long. It's amazing. Band of Brothers. But you didn't watch Breaking Bad either?
No, I watched Breaking Bad.
Oh, okay. Like, to me, it's cohesive from start to finish. Like, it just, it's the perfect,
it's like, and you can tell that they didn't try to drag it out, and, the ending was good and all that.
Yeah. It had the perfect, like, crescendo of everything. It's like, all right, we're going to make you feel sorry for him, and then you start hating him, like, they did it. They did it right, man.
Yeah.
All right, Beast of Metal 1980. Oh, I'm getting corrected here. The Blues went to 3 finals. That's right. Swept thrice. They're 0-12 in the finals. They're terrible. Yep. And they're about to go to their 4th final. It looks to be done. The Sharks just got beat up. Yeah, Band of Brothers is based on a true story, Jake Bazell. It's Easy Company. The guy, Lieutenant Dick Winters, is an actual guy. And then the last one of the night, before we sign off, I don't know if Tree's going to get back. We've already done an hour. The White Sox are a joke. Fire Don Cooper. The White Sox are really bad. Let's see how are they? They're 4 games under 500. They've been bad for a long time though.
I thought that this season was going to be one of those where and I mean, I guess compared to, I don't know exactly where they finished last season, but I feel like they've improved from last season. They've had like a lot of good young prospects come in. I think what hurt them was the fact that they couldn't land a significant person in free agency.
Right. They were in on Machado. They were in on Harper.
You know, dude, I take all of that stuff like with a grain of salt. Like MLB media is so much different than NBA and NFL. Like NFL and MLB have guys that they know the actual news. They have actual sources. With the MLB, it's just a bunch of like asshats that claim they have sources, but they just mention a whole bunch of bullshit. Like they literally have nothing.
Who was that guy that claimed that that the Machado was 100% signing with the Yankees, and he said he was going to delete his account? I forget that guy's name.
I don't remember his name.
Yeah,
like, I don't follow. I like MLB, but I don't follow a single person who does news for the MLB because it's all fake.
Yeah. I started getting mad when they kept speculating on Harper, and that took much longer than everyone thought it would.
You're not leaving.
What?
Okay.
Are you getting into a verbal altercation, Tree?
Nah.
Oh.
Right, just fighting some people on the street, not a big deal.
It's all right.
It's cool.
It's all right. That's what happens at 10:30 on a Tuesday. If after you get your
that's
pizza,
what happens. You get caught up in the middle of the random street. It's good. I'm alive. That's all that matters.
Have you been actually drinking, Tree? I told you about the drinking.
Yeah, she was telling me about the drinking, and she's probably listening right now, and she's probably going to yell at me when she sees me next.
I want to hear stories about you going downtown and getting drunk.
Yeah, that's what happens.
All right, so Caleb, I want to ask you, what was the highest level of baseball that you played?
High school varsity.
High school varsity. Did you start at least?
Yes.
Okay. What position? You look
base.
Like first base.
I was chunky.
You were chunky?
Yeah, I was chunky.
Oh, really?
I was like 215, 5'10", just to put that in perspective. I was fat as hell in high school.
Oh, dude, I was a fat ass in high school. Don't worry, that's nothing compared to what I was.
No,
you were at least able to play baseball.
I played varsity. I weighed like 130 maybe, and I was the team's punching bag. Like I got bullied. Like this kid Brian, like actually, I mean, like physically bullied me. It wasn't like fun bullying. Like he would throw dirt in my face and shit. Like I mean, he was okay. Like I mean, we'd get along, but like he would bully me. Like and just because I was the smallest kid on the team. And
dude, there was one thing I noticed. High school, like there's such a big jump in maturity, right? In high school baseball, there's like cliques, and it's like of 3 people max. And if you're not in that clique of 3 people, then there's like no team cohesion at all. But once you get into like college baseball, it's like a team thing, and everybody hangs out and stuff like that. And then obviously the pros, same thing.
Well, the other thing with college is a lot of times all those dudes live with each other, so like they have to get along. In high school, it's like, all right, fuck that dude. Like, like you don't know who the 5th, 16th dude on the team is, right? Like you don't care. But in college, like those are the only friends you know, because you come to college and you don't know anybody. You're just like, who the fuck are these people? Like,
high school baseball is literally filled with just a bunch of jackasses, dude. I'm not like I'm 100% sure there's bullying at every high school baseball
absolutely,
team.
Dude. Absolutely. But that's what like your videos crack me up because like I can tell like you understand the culture like really well, like of just like not giving a fuck. ignoring your coach, or the one guy. There's always that one guy on the team that just nobody likes because he's like always hustling everything. I was that guy though. I was the guy like when I played outfield. When I went out to my position, I sprinted like full speed. Like I was like, fuck y'all. Like
I wish I could make a video like this, but like, so I don't know how it was at your high school team, but on ours we would have to like help like maintain the baseball field.
absolutely.
And
Yeah.
there's like these two people that were on my team that were like, hey coach, look at me, I'm raking the dirt, like
Uh-huh.
all like just like total kiss asses, like trying to like show the coach that they're cleaning the field the best and stuff like that.
Right. And they played like almost none of the time, right? Like
Yeah, one of the
yeah.
guys who did that, like his batting stance was, he looked like he was about to shit himself every time he went up to bat. Like he just like just stood still completely.
That
No rhythm, nothing. Like you could tell he was just uncomfortable.
that's also the thing I like about high school baseball is someone will get into the lineup that doesn't look like they should be playing baseball, like you play like
Okay,
a
so
school.
they had this guy who played football and he ran track at my school, and he was like a pretty good running back or whatever. He wasn't anything spectacular. I mean, he was fast, I guess, but he didn't go play college football or nothing. But he was like looked at as a god, I guess, because he was popular. So stupid. Yeah, the varsity coach let him on the team just because he was fast. He couldn't hit. He couldn't do anything. He was literally just a pinch runner in high school. I
Yeah,
don't even know how you open that up
that's
in
what
high
we
school.
had. So we would bat our catcher as the leadoff hitter because you could put a pinch runner in for the catcher, and they would replace him with OJ, who had lightning for legs. He was like the all-star. He was all district basketball, but he could not play baseball, dude. But I was like, you're happy with just running the bases, like like. And then they did let him hit, and he went like 2 for 4, of course.
And
Yeah.
another funny thing is, 2 years ago or something, some people from my high school followed me on Twitter, and I was like, "Oh, I recognize this person. I don't know how they found my Twitter, but that's cool." So I followed them back, and then like just curious, I was like, "I wonder what," because like I knew they knew the people that were on the baseball team that were like completely douchebags. I was like, "Let's check this." I went on their profile, like I went under their following, found the guys who used to be on my baseball team. Dude, there's Oh my god, they peaked so hard in high
Oh
school. It's not
yeah,
funny.
dude. Oh
They
yeah.
peaked so damn hard. Like one dude, he started playing college baseball, got kicked off the team after his first season,
Uh huh.
and had a kid at like 19, and he's just like he had to move back in. Like, oh my god, it's such a shit show.
Yeah, I know a lot of people whose best years happened when they were 16. It's pretty sad. All right, I got to
I
read
look
these.
back at it and laugh because these dudes thought they were like tough shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, I got to read these last 3 and then I'll let Tree talk and we can wrap up here as we go. Anime Holic tops Tree Eternal Pain experiences Stanley Cup Finals after 49 years. That's in reference to the Blues making it, by the way. What do you think of that, Tree?
Oh, he's not in here.
Oh, he left? He's been gone for like an hour. I didn't fucking know. All right, Jake Pizzell. So this is meaningless because Tree's gone. But $10. Thank you again for your many contributions to the show. We're gonna have to build a statue out of wax for Jake Bizzell. Hey Tree, have you ever had anyone think you're Ben Roethlisberger or say you look like him? Tree looks like a fat Ryan Gosling. I remember, or he
Oh,
looks like
really?
a fat Jared Goff. That's what I would. That's the best way to say it. I remember thinking you
Okay.
looked like him when I first saw your face. I think he's much better looking than Ben Roethlisberger, but he looks like a heavy set Jared Goff.
Okay.
100%. 100%. And then let's read this last one. James Amadei, look up Ancila College Baseball. All right, I'm going to do that right now. And are they like the
What is
worst?
it? I'm gonna take a guess. That's gonna be like the second chance for like the second chance you on Netflix. This is
Like
gonna be
Last
like the
Chance
second
You?
chance you. Yeah, it's gonna be like the last chance you for baseball.
Maybe they're owing something though. It's like I remember someone was like, "Hey, look up this team." All right, I see this dude here. He looks like a player. Um Oh, they've lost like how many games in a row? Oh, oh, they
Oh
won a
my
game.
god.
I think their record. Hold on, I'm seeing a lot of L's here. Hold on. and seal a baseball record. I think that's why he's. Because remember, I remember somebody told me about this player on Rutgers. Oh, 5-30.
At least the last chance U teams win games.
Yeah. Well, they're probably the best to win games. Like they got
Right.
like people that have
So
gone through.
apparently this college doesn't get any of the rejects.
Yeah. Like these people are just bad at baseball. They don't have you got to suffer adversity to be good at sports. Like your dad should have left you and definitely had to have your best friend get shot and you will be excellent at sports because that's how it works. They're 5-30 right now. 1 and
Imagine if you
16
got
on the
rejected.
road. And
Imagine if you didn't make that team, like on a tryout. You must feel so bad about yourself.
I probably would have got cut from that team. Dude, I got cut twice I got cut my sophomore year and then I played JV my junior year and then I made the varsity my senior year.
In
But
high school?
yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
well, I lived in Panama. My dad was in the military. I played varsity as a freshman, right?
hmm
And then we moved and then the quality of baseball was like 10 times better in the States. And so
Yeah.
and then I played catcher my sophomore year and we had two like all world catchers. I was like, what the fuck? And then so they didn't have any use for me, so they cut me. And then my junior year, like I convinced them to let me play. I was like, dude, I can play baseball. Like just let me play outfield and shit. And they let me play and I did really well. And then my senior year I made the team, but like I didn't start. So
That's how, like in Louisiana, I think I was on the right team, right? Like I was by no means like a beast at baseball,
mhm.
but like if I would went go play like for John Curtis or something like that, I probably wouldn't even made the team.
That's what I felt like I went to the wrong school because we had like 1,800 kids and the baseball team only kept like 16 and I was one of
hmm
the 16. So I still feel like I was a pretty decent, like any other school in the district I would have started, you know,
hmm
but that's
Yeah, my
where I
high
went.
school, it was more so if you can at least throw the baseball accurately, you'll make the team. Like I remember as a freshman when I was trying out, there was only one guy who didn't make the team, and it was because he literally, it was so sad. Like I didn't laugh at him or anything at the time, but he literally could not throw the baseball.
How
I
do you
I was
not
like,
throw the ball? Like it's
like
just
you know how
natural.
you do like the warm up tosses?
Uh-huh.
He
Was he
just he had no aim, dude. Like he could never hit the guy in the mid. Like when I say his throwing partner could not catch the ball, he couldn't because the ball was just nowhere near him and it was every throw.
damn.
Like
We
I was
had
feeling embarrassed for him.
we would cut dude, tryouts would start with 60 kids, sometimes 70, 80, and then it would get cut down to 16. So a lot of people got cut. I mean, good players got cut from my high school. It was fucking crazy. Like, you had to be pretty fucking good to make
Yeah,
it.
well that was the only kid who didn't make the team. So that should tell you how easy it could be to make that team that I was on.
But,
Like as
dude,
long as you
ha-
throw the ball accurately.
have you ever faced someone that threw 90? Or what's the best pitcher that you've ever faced?
Okay, so it was against this school called Edie White, and it was a son of a former minor league baseball pitcher, and this kid was throwing like low 90s maybe. And I actually got a couple hits on him in summer
Really?
ball. Yeah.
So when I was 18, this was my last organized at bat. I was playing all stars. Like I got better the older I got because my body started to fill out, and so like by the time I was 18, I was making like all the all star teams and shit. And
Mhm.
we run into this guy Javier Lopez who pitched for the Rockies and the Red Sox,
Oh, okay.
and he was throwing $90, 90-mile-an-hour gas, and I've never heard a pitch just buzz like that. Like,
Yeah,
zzz.
it's scary, but the thing is, the guy that was throwing 90 against us, he wasn't like he just kept throwing the ball down the middle, right? All he had was a fastball, and it was like down the pipe every single time, so it was easy.
Yeah, that's
It's
the
like
thing.
he didn't paint corners or anything.
So when he threw, he was not only throwing 90, he would not like I like him belt high, middle in, right?
hmm
And he was not coming close to that. I was like, if you give me that pitch, I will jack it out of this park. But he would not. He's smart. He's like, I'm throwing 90, of course. If I throw inside on anybody, they're gonna just take it right out of here. And he didn't. So he painted the corner, and then for some reason he threw he tried to throw like a slider on me. I'm like, why are you messing with the fucking slider? I can barely see your fastball. Like,
Yeah.
and then he ended up walking me. Like, he threw a pitch. I swear to God, I froze. And I just put my hand on my thigh, like, holy fuck, I'm about to turn around and walk. And the umpire called it a ball. And I was like, okay, I'll just fucking walk to first because I thought I was out.
I got hit, dude. I got hit a lot in high school. There was one game where I got hit 4 times. Yeah.
Did
like,
you crowd the plate or some shit? Like, or you just.
Okay, so here's the thing. I knew in my mind that I was way better at hitting outside pitches. If you threw inside to me, I could get contact, but it probably wouldn't be anything good. I was not a good inside hitter, but if you threw it outside to me, I was gonna belt it. Okay.
Really?
So I would crowd the plate, and if they would throw it inside to me, it would kind of be over the plate, but it would almost be hitting me, right?
Right.
So that's
right.
how much I crowded the plate. Yeah.
So you needed the Barry Bonds shit, is what you needed, dude. Like.
Oh, yeah, man, like if they threw it outside, I got the hit. It's fine.
See,
I've rarely ever struck out.
Yeah, I never struck. I struck out twice my last year. Like, that was it, and I was upset for both of them. But here, I got to read these last 2, and then we got to wrap up the show because I usually only do an hour, and then, like, my wife's gonna start yelling at me. Jake Bazell for $2. Thank you for reminding me because Llama's here, and Llama Lord last time donated a fuck ton, as well as Jake. You know, I'm holding off on making Jake a mod just so that I can fuck with him. But I made Llama a mod now. Oh, here we go. This is the last one. We'll read this last chop. But thank you, Llama, for contributing, and now you're part of the show. And then I think next week I might unveil channel memberships. I'm still thinking about it. All right, Dr. Duckenstein, MD, who I think is new. The Blues are going to the Cup. There is a God. Yep, I hope so. I'm all in with the Blues. I hope they beat the what's that team? Boston. Those fucking Bruins, man. I just can't. Thank you for not making me a mod, Jake Bazell. Yeah, I know. He would get drunk with power. All right, Caleb. Do you have any final words here? Thanks for coming on the show, by the way. I really had a good time, man. Like, that was fun. I don't get to talk.
So I enjoy podcasts a lot. So if you ever want to like have me on to talk again, I'm totally down. Up to you though.
Yeah, no problem.
I don't want to like push into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like sometimes we do. Like when Tree is here, it's like to have 3 people. Like it's. You know, you saw.
Oh yeah, it could be a little hectic.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And then we got to read all this shit, but it's fun either way. Just whenever you want in, you have permission on the thing. You can drop in whenever we do a show, dude. I don't care. Like if you just want to pop in, there's a lot of people that have that status, but you can have that. Just if we're talking about some shit related that you want to talk about, just jump in, man, or text me and just be like, hey, I want to talk about that. But yeah, man, I had a great time. I rarely get to talk about baseball with anyone that actually played, you know, like, and that actually understood, like, you know, what it's like to go through high school and play. Because that's the only reason I went to school was to play baseball. Like, I hated high school. Like, I hated walking into the halls. Like, some people love it, and that's great. But I was like, all right, when's baseball? I
used to always be told, you're going to miss these days. When I was in high school, I don't miss them one bit. Like, I don't give a damn about what happened in high school.
Right. I was awkward, skinny, and annoying. Like, that was, and I'm all those things except for skinny now. So.
And I was fat with Justin Bieber hair, so you can already imagine how that went.
In Louisiana? Like,
yeah. And dude, everybody in Louisiana had the Bieber haircut. I swear to God, it was, looking back on it, just cringe.
Yeah. When did you graduate?
2013.
Damn. Damn. I graduated in 1994.
That's the year I was born.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, you were a fetus when I was fucking walking the aisle.
Wait, what month? So like May, right?
September. Oh no, when I graduated it was July, because in Virginia it takes forever to graduate. Like they don't, the school goes on for fucking ever. but they don't start until after Labor Day. So,
All right, I was I was 9 months old whenever you graduated. I couldn't even talk yet, I don't think.
yeah, that's funny because dude, when we went out to Dallas for SeatGeek, I was older than the 2 NFL players that they had coaching us.
No, it's all good. I actually think I'll relate to you more than anybody else, like as far as I haven't talked to people like in the YouTube space. So it's cool.
All right. Well, let's wrap up the show. Thank you everyone for coming out. Thanks Jake Bazell for the mega donation. Thanks Llama Lord, you are now a mod. Thanks everybody else that contributed. Beast of Metal, of course. Oshawott, man. Yep. Jack Danaher, I see you right there. Tree is 31. Tree is not 43. I'm almost 43. Thanks to everyone I can't name individually. You're all amazing. And thanks to CSAINT for coming out. Everyone subscribe to him. There's a link in the description of his channel, so go subscribe to his shit. It's hilarious.
Yeah, dude, subscribe to me. My next video is going to be like a visualization of what it would be like if a battlefield was on a baseball field.
Oh, that's
if that
awesome,
makes any
dude.
sense to you.
That's awesome, dude. I'm going to check it out for sure.
I just thought of that today.
Oh, all right. All right, well, I'm 5 points, and you made it to the end of the dumpster fire.